and things like this, and proxy wars in the United States, and maybe getting into my own mind who causes most wars around the world, really. And I've
Ooh,
come
I
to the
know. I know.
conclusion,
I know who starts all the wars.
who?
Americans. Well,
Exactly.
they not Americans. The American government. Just like I don't hate other countries because of what their
You ain't
government
notice that,
does.
Jacob.
You know what I mean?
Most
I would never have an issue with another country because of what their government does. That's the biggest
yeah,
thing that people in society
I mean
need
that's
to
the
learn
best way
though
to see it,
is you
really.
can't don't be mad at the people. Usually they're against what's going
Yeah,
on too.
I mean, Jacob, Jacob, that's exactly what I wanted to say. Most people around the world are lovely people. The Chinese, the Japanese, the Koreans, everybody is nice people. It's only the governments that like to fuck things up.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's usually not even it's fucking things up for the people. They're not fucking things up for themselves. Usually there's money to be made. And that's why they're
And
doing
as
it.
well, Jacob, as well, right? Yeah, you moderated that many people in the room. I could be banned anytime, so maybe keep an eye out for something like that.
What's that?
Keep an eye out for maybe people. I mean, I already told you that I don't want to be a moderator, because sometimes when I get drunk, I can be silly, and I
Oh,
wouldn't like
so you want me
banned.
to you want me to kick you off if you say anything wild?
No, I I just said that you moderated that many people in your YouTube channel. Just watch, just in case anybody bans me.
Oh yeah, nobody's gonna ban you. You're good.
I'm not typing in the YouTube channel, but I just say look out,
No, no,
and maybe
my moderators have been vetted pretty well. They
tell
don't.
more everybody that Jacob. Yeah.
You want? Do you know what my moderators? You know what my moderator's job is?
Well, what's that?
It's actually not even to block people, because I have an open rule on my channel where anybody can come on here and make fun of me as much as they want, and they can't block them for that. So
I
you
always
have to
have
do
money again.
something. You have to do something specific in order to get blocked on my channel. Like I think there's maybe I don't even know if there's one person that's blocked from my channel. Usually it's only porn bombers.
Hold on, let's see where my voice is now because StreamYard likes to sound. Probably StreamYard likes to adjust my microphone. So I'll just turn it up again.
Oh no, yeah, now you're loud.
Yeah. If I'm too loud
We're-
there, Jacob, you can adjust my audio on your side if you wish.
Oh yeah, no, I usually just put it on auto, but I think mine's probably a little high right now too.
What state are you in again, Jacob? I always fucking forget.
I'm in Illinois, outside of
Maybe
Chicago.
I should fly there. Yeah, fly to Illinois, motherfuckers.
I thought you were going to Florida. I thought we were sending you to Florida.
I mean, fuck knows, but I don't want to go in the middle of nowhere. Like fucking Woody lives near Kansas. I mean, that's really in the middle of the United States. So I've got to fly thousands of miles to go to Hollywood Boulevard and all this fucking shit. So maybe
I
California there,
thought I
Jake.
thought I thought he lived near Kansas City.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, so
maybe,
Kansas is a state. Kansas City is in Missouri. It's on the other side of the United States. Yeah, he lives by Rocco. One of my
I
other
think
guests
I'm
that I
gonna
have
go to
on.
California. Really would be my safest bet.
My friend Herman lives out in California, out in Bufu,
And,
California, where
uh,
he lives in a town of like less than probably 500 people.
maybe
You're not
visit
gonna. There's a
Hollywood.
lot of busy places
Boulevard.
out there. If you're not looking for a lot of people, California is a tough place to find a rural area where you're not around too many people.
I would say California is the best, really, because people live in California, especially the Hollywood Boulevard, are streetwise people, and that's the sort of type of people I like.
No, I was just saying it's overpopulated. If you're
Motherfucker.
looking to go somewhere where there's not a lot of people, there's a lot of people in California.
I mean, sisters, London, really. I mean, London is just it. London
I
is
wonder
like
what I wonder
New
what the
York,
difference is.
overpopulated.
Well, who do you think's got a bigger population? London by square footage or California? Because I know California is much bigger than London.
I would say London by square footage by a mile, definitely.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm curious
most
because I don't know the population. I don't know the population of London.
London is a mixed culture of everybody, but it's overpopulated these days. I've been watching them.
So, do you think it would be comparable? So, do you think it'd be comparable to like Los Angeles?
I think it's compatible with most cities that are overrun by too many people and
Okay.
overpopulated, like LA, um, California in particular. So they're the two main things. Well, what do you think about this here, Jacob, right? I mean, we all know that the war's over now in the Ukraine. And America has had enough of the Ukraine President Zelensky begging for money, and the United States has given them billions for fucking no apparent reason I can't see, because
They're
the
not.
United States is
I
maybe
bet you. I bet you the
proxy
United
votes for.
States. I bet you the United States isn't mad that they're asking for money. The United States is mad that we gave money in the first place.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But well, listen, he has a good reason.
You know what I
Why
mean?
can't
I don't. Well, let's just go simple as this. The
Jacob? I
United
haven't
States
finished your question
knows.
yet. I haven't
No,
finished it
no, no.
yet.
You started the first question, and we were talking about Americans being
Yeah,
upset about them sending them money, and I was trying to answer that one. And you were going
why
into
can't
another one.
the United States give those billions of dollars and what's sent to Ukraine to the homeless in the United States and maybe help them with more housing? So that would be a
Yes,
sensible way to spend the money, I think.
most most Americans think that it should have been spent at home rather than
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
to anybody else. We have enough of we have an unemployment problem. We have a homeless problem. We have a drug addiction problem. We have all kinds of things we're dealing with. We need to
And
work on
they're the things
ourselves.
you should vote, and that's why you should maybe vote for Donald Trump in 2024, because he will help the people. He is for the people, and he doesn't like fake news, Fox News, any other news organizations. He talks about real things. So yes,
So
along with Donald Trump, I hope he's going to be the next president, because your president Joe Biden is the worst one I've ever seen in my lifetime, and I think you agree with
yeah,
that.
I agree with that. It's comparable to Trudeau on his best day. Um, but when it comes to Trump, like I can acknowledge that he was a good president, but I think he's too divisive as a person. I think he's not somebody the country would ever be united behind. There would be a large population of the country that never wanted him to be there, and I don't
Well,
think we
put
can
this way,
ever.
Jacob, right? Let's maybe throw some extreme things in the equation. Do you think there would have ever been a war in the Ukraine if Donald Trump was president? And
No,
do you think that there would have been all the shit with fucking Israel now going on at the moment if Donald Trump was president?
no, but we'd have more rioting and stuff at home. When Trump was president, he wasn't getting involved with any of the rioting that was going on in the United States. He was trying to let the local governments handle it, which I understand, but they were rioting over him,
I mean, listen, right?
right?
Most of it has just got to do with the LBW gay fucking shit. We've got it in United. We've got it in the UK. It's going on in Manchester, Liverpool, London, all over the fucking place. All these gay marches and putting all these colours in shop windows and all this. I mean, fuck. I mean, it's all bullshit, really, isn't it?
I'm from America. You can march for whatever you want.
I mean, you've got it going on over there too. All the gay
I know.
shit, all the gay
I'm from
marches,
America.
all
I'm
purple,
from
yellow.
I'm from America. I'm from America. I 100% believe you can march for whatever you want.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's called freedom of speech.
It's one of the yeah. It's one of the and the freedom to protest, freedom to assemble. Like all of these things are very important to have.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't want to squash somebody else's rights because I know it'll come back and bite
And
me
you
in the
know
ass in the
that,
long
Jacob,
run.
right? I've never been in the United States in my lifetime, But I think the best people I would get on with would be the homeless and the black people.
You think so?
That's who um that's who I could associate myself with.
If
Yeah, you know
if
why?
they've been,
Because they're real people, and that's what I like. The black people and the homeless people.
you want me to tell you something about homeless people that I've learned in my lifetime? So, depending on how long they've been homeless, eventually, especially how much encounter they have, um, they don't even speak English at a certain point. They don't even like use
And you know
normal
that's it,
words
Jacob,
anymore.
right?
'Cause-
Some homeless people like to be homeless, but some
oh yeah.
homeless people don't
Well,
because
I think there's a difference between someone that's living on the
yeah,
streets,
exactly.
someone that chooses to be homeless, someone
And
that's like a
cigarettes,
nomad.
and
Gypsies are different. I think all of those things are different. Because you could make an argument that a gypsy is a homeless person.
I mean, I wouldn't say a gypsy's a homeless person, just maybe look up real gypsies that come from Ireland and stuff like that, and that's where nomads come from and blah, blah, blah. It was that
But
just
if
now.
but if but if the definition for homeless is you don't have a set address where somebody could send mail to, is that considered homeless? Like it all depends on what you call homeless. That's why I said there's a lot of different categories for it. But you could make an argument that gypsies are considered homeless.
I would say
Because
maybe homeless is maybe you giving up and not you giving up on life and maybe not giving a fuck, maybe letting yourself down. That's what homeless is. And homeless can be,
to me, that's living on the streets, though. To me,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
living
but
on the
people,
streets. But
people
I think
don't
there's a
like
difference between
themselves.
not having a home and living on the streets.
But,
Because
but, but, but Jacob, people can, I believe, people can pick themselves up. You don't have to be homeless. I believe in that.
I
In my
agree.
city center where homeless is, it's down to you and what you want to be. So maybe homelessness is something in which somebody wants to be. And
I think it
I think
depends. I think it
homeless,
depends on how long you're out of the system. Like, so say you're
yeah,
homeless for a long time. If you want to
yeah.
do that, that's great. Depending on how long you're out of the regular life system or whatever,
And you
the
know what
day to day
homelessness,
working
man,
scheme.
you know what homeless is? Reminds me of that, Jacob. Like, yeah, I got money. I'm not sure of cash. Homeless reminds me of when I go out on my mobility scooter in the town center, I feel as if I'm in a bubble and nobody gives a fuck and everybody just passing the day by and all this fucking shit. And nobody looks at you or gives a fuck about you. And that's what homelessness is. And that's a thought about homelessness when nobody gives a fuck.
Um, do you think you going down the street? Do you think people should give a fuck about you?
I didn't really, but why should I think I'm in a bubble, where nobody does really give a fuck about me? But that's the way I
I mean,
feel when I'm walking
that's
down
like
the street.
asking if I pointed out your window right now, do you care about that guy out there? Do you?
Not really, but I wouldn't
That's what I
want
mean. But why would they be like? Why would you feel awkward if they feel the same way?
because that's what I'm trying to put across to you. When you're in a sort of funny place when nobody gives a fuck, you're just you just feel like a bubble walking in the city of people just passing you by and maybe then people not thinking about you or maybe giving a fuck about you. And that's it really. And it
No,
all
I think there's an argument to be made that people would pay more attention to a homeless person than they
it
would
all
to a
boils down
regular
at the end of
passerby.
the day to money. Everything boils down the end at the end of money.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that isolation feeling. I think that's a feeling everybody gets. I don't think
Since
that
then, anyway,
necessarily is
you know,
associated with homelessness,
I
or
mean, I
maybe
need to say,
like it's similar to that.
Jacob, without knowing a little bit history, we all know the history of the United Kingdom. So wouldn't you not say within this last 75 years that America has been one of the worst countries in the world to cause wars and and only cause wars, like proxy wars and things, so they can make things to their advantage and maybe fuck countries up, and all just get away with it. But the time is near now where China and Russia go together and they say, fuck United States, let's maybe do our own thing. And maybe it's a shame that maybe the United States is getting timed out of everything there now because of your president, your weak president, Joe Biden. And
Well,
I
I don't
can't
think.
wait till Donald Trump comes into power and leashes his control over the countries that are going rogue at the minute, like Russia, China, and fuck the Ukraine. That's just silliness.
Well, yeah, that's just a money pit.
Yeah,
To
yeah,
believe to
exactly.
believe that the Ukraine could ever beat Russia in anything, much less a war.
Yeah, exactly. Well said,
God,
Jacob.
I mean, actually, you know what? I'll give them like because I do know a lot about the Ukraine.
Mhm.
Their wrestlers, top notch. Their wrestlers might be able to beat some of the Russian wrestlers. They produce some of the best samba participants, wrestlers, and probably decent in judo too. But yeah,
And
the
you know what I
Ukraine has
said,
a
Jacob, right?
by
Jacob,
population they're the most Olympic gold medalists of any other
Jacob,
country.
we may disagree to agree. I would say one of the best world leaders in the world with brains for the last 20 years has been President Putin.
Who?
Uh, President Putin, he's played the game, He just goes along with everything. But
I mean,
President, last
President
20
Putin's a
years,
fucking gangster. I'll give you that. But he's a
I
bad
mean,
dude.
okay,
I
yeah,
mean, I
he
don't think
is.
he's an idiot. If you're asking me if he's an idiot, no, I don't think he's an idiot. I think he's smart, but he's a bad dude. I don't.
I
I
think
don't like the
President
guy.
Putin has been one of the most.
I'm not for
Uh,
Putin. I don't like some of the stuff he does. He kills people that don't support him. I mean,
I
he's a
mean,
fucking
okay,
communist. He's a communist leader if you've ever seen one. Anybody that gets reelected that many times, there's
I'm,
some corruption
I'm
going on there.
yeah, I'm talking about the world stage. I reckon President Putin is one of the world's strongest leaders for the last 20 years. Now, that's
Yes, he
it.
represents. I don't think a lot of people are gonna fuck with Putin. He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
gosh, who's he like? Who's that? Who's that band? That rap band. He's like Wu Tang Clan.
Uh,
What do you know about Wu Tang Clan?
I mean, I've never heard of them on unless maybe you
Are
sing
you
one of
live?
their
Are you live right now? You got it. Are you live right now?
I'm not live. I cut the show before that, Jacob.
Oh, okay. I saw the background there, the circle thing. I couldn't tell, or the outline or whatever you got on there. Um, no, I was gonna tell you to ask the people in the chat. I'm like, if anybody knows anything about Wu Tang Clan? The first thing they tell you is Wu Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with, and that's kind of how I feel about Putin. Putin ain't nothing to fuck with either.
I love to maybe visit Moscow. Maybe ring the
I feel like
doorbell and say, "Hi, can I meet your president, Putin?" And I shake his hand and give him a hug and say, "You're the fucking motherfucker, you bitch." And that's what I would say.
just drink vodka
Ring the
with him all day.
doorbell at Putin and say, "You're my motherfucker. I love you, son."
I
Am I
guess.
being sober tonight, Jacob?
What's that? Civil?
Am I being
I mean,
sober tonight? Because sometimes I can be a little bit extreme, if you know what I mean.
you're not sober.
Yeah,
I'll be
motherfucker.
honest here. I wouldn't call it
Gives
sober,
a
motherfucker.
gives a rap there, Jacob. Come on, there, son. Gives a rap. Let's maybe do the. I'll show what's it called. You do the battle with another rapper. Yeah, let's me and you do the rap there, Jacob. Come on, son.
You want me to rap?
Yeah,
You
go
want me
on.
to rap?
Yeah,
All
go
right.
on. Do it now, there, Jacob. Don't think about
Hold
it.
on.
Just do it.
I gotta get in the mode. You know how it is. Us rappers. No, I'm not a rapper.
No.
But no, I like to rap. So you actually asked a fun person to rap to actually do this
No.
with. I saw
Well,
you do
Jacob,
it
talk
with
to
UJ
you.
or whatever.
While Diego's been talking, he's been trying to think of what words he can spit.